Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides bringing you my Wario World No Damage run, and today we're finishing off the last level of Thrillsville, I think this world was called, and this level particularly is called Beanstalk Way, and this is the second hardest of all the levels we had so far, and if I'm thinking correctly, I think this is probably like the last level that gets incredibly difficult. So right there, that dash jump, I use that to get up here faster. That's another speedrun trick I saw. So of course I'm still looking at like speed trick stuff. I punch those two blocks right there to knock it down to just the right size. I mean, you can actually knock down the crystal itself, but I kind of just always forgot and just said screw it. My brain was already wrapped around the idea of doing that, and I spent I don't even know how many hours just doing this level. And the worst part is when you go fight Spiderictus, or whatever his name is, when you fight the boss of the stage, I originally tried to do it the quote-unquote speedrun way as well, and it didn't work out. So I ended up just saying screw it. I played patiently and it worked better. So if you're doing a no damage run, if you're not a speedrunner, if you're doing a no damage run, then I recommend going for something that, like, just being more patient would, in my personal opinion, help a lot. So the mini games I'm doing here are relatively simple and not too destructive, but there is a mini game down in the bottom right corner that I initially skip because, I mean, it's just a little dangerous. And this part right here is incredibly dangerous. This is also a run killer. So I recommend just dashing through as many people as you possibly can and just knocking out as many of them as you can, because I forget what they call them. It's like an Ankin? Well, whatever, the tank guys. They're way more aggressive, and they have these fireballs that just immediately just damage you pretty much, and they suck, and they're not fun to deal with. There's a health upgrade thingy right there. Of course, you know, it's not a full health upgrade, but yeah. You can skip that whole arena. Go to the middle and face forward of that middle of that cliff. And that's how you get down here, because if you shoot off to like the bottom right, if you try aiming in that direction, you'll essentially just, you know, fall into the pit with the rhino unicorn guys, and I think they're called unihorns, I think. You'll fall into the pit with them, and that's not fun. So, and you'll head right, and once you head right back out of that thing, you'll essentially head back up to the arena. Oh, I just realized something. I didn't even edit this video. I keep doing that. I just keep, you know, I see how long the video is. I'm like, oh, it's like 10 minutes. And then I just, you know, I'm like, oh, that's easy enough. So, yeah, that whole entire minute arena is not cut from this. So, oops. I keep doing that. It's been a while since I've actually fully edited videos. And I don't know, something about Wario just gives me the off-put of, you know, not really something to be edited, I guess, because I'm not used to this type of stuff. Yes, this is my first technical no damage run. I mean, I might have done it for other games in the past, not on this channel particularly, but still. Also, these tree guys suck. I think this is the first one that you can't skip. I believe you can actually skip the original one if you do like some speedrun strats, but I'm not good at those enough to actually be able to do it. I'm still not good at the high jump trick. Also, with these little acorn things, of course, you see me, you know, slamming the ground. That's how you know, turn them around to make them, well, not the spiky part of it. So that comes in handy. But there are 3 tree guys in total. If you do leave this level, they do actually stay dead, and when you come back, so if you were like me and you had to, you know, and you wanted to leave the level and you were like, ah, screw it, like, who cares about the crystals? I'll just go back and break the barrels and just say, like, oh, well, you know, here we go. I'll do the minigame again, but I'll just break the barrel. And if, you know, you were like that, like I was, then, well, unfortunately you come here and you realize that the trees are basically dead, and it's like, well, that takes away from the actual challenge of the run, so I'm gonna have to put them back in. I have to fight them every single time. But each tree gets more health every time, 3 hits to the face when the face is open. You have to hit them with something heavy, or, you know, essentially like throw an enemy at them to open their face, and then you hit them in the face, and the first one, you know, open the face, bam, done. Second one, you do it twice. Third one, you do it 3 times. And I'll be fighting all 3, so yeah. But this is what I had to sit through every single time. I was planning on fast forwarding through this, but, you know, it's kind of like too late. I'm already doing a commentary for it, so I don't really care. Whatever. It gives me more time to talk, but yeah, I'm going to be uploading or trying to render and upload the rest of these at least today or tomorrow. It is like 10 o'clock at night right now on April Fool's, of course, which is kind of funny. I actually uploaded a video on this channel earlier. I don't know if anybody saw it or not. Don't worry, you're not going crazy if you did see it. The reason why it got deleted is because at first I was saying screw it. I'm sick of this game. Beanstalk is just causing me so much trouble and pain. I don't want to do it anymore. And it wasn't like I wanted to quit forever. It was just like, I got to take the hiatus. I'm just going to take the break. And then my brain just would not stop. It just would not quit its crap. And I went to play Ninja Gaiden 2 and instantly, you know, landed in the menu screen and just left and went right back to Wario. And I said, to hell with it. All right, I'm good to go. These Rams, they are some of the worst run killers too, because they are just extremely aggressive and just, I mean, they might not look like it, but that slam attack, when a lot of them do it, it's just, oh man, it sucks. You do not want to get by that slam attack. Also, every time that you throw an acorn at the tree, or at least most, if not every time, he'll drop the acorns, at least especially for this tree specifically. So, throw your acorn, run away, and then just also wait for the sticks in the ground to make their attack first. You never want to hit this guy when he's doing something, essentially. And you can tell when he's going to use his attack because you see those 2 sticks, those 2 branches sticking out underneath him, and I think that, yeah, he actually stabs through the ground, and then you can see him doing it, so at least they give you a warning as well, which is nice of them, but yeah, these guys are just the worst, man. Well, they're some of the worst. They're worse than the skeleton doors, which those weren't even bad. And even like the laser skeleton doors in Horror Manor, I mean, yeah, even then still, like, I wouldn't really qualify them as that bad. So, here we go. Finally made it to the boss. Run all the way to the right if the enemies start chasing you down here. That way, they'll eventually disappear, as you saw there, because they can't go too far. However, there are those guys, the wolves, as they call them here, that will actually slide, and what happens with that is they just trip you up, and you drop whatever you're holding, and, well, yeah. And it doesn't do damage, though, as far as I'm aware. So, with this fight in particular, you want to wait for him to just start launching the balls out, and then you jump and get a free hit. There is, of course, a technical, quicker way of killing him, but I'm doing a no-damage run. I'm not good enough at, like, speedrunning the heck out of this game. And I'm not good at no damage. I'm not the best at this. This took me, I don't even know how many tries. I would probably say potentially maybe a little less, or at least close to the amount of tries it took me to beat Horror Manor. It was just ridiculous. Maybe even more. I don't remember. It's out of my brain. Also, this thing I learned too from watching another no damage run of all the bosses. Is to throw him so that way you can get out and not get, like, basically just instant attacked. Because if you do, you know, the slam or throw or whatever, if you do, well, the slam mainly, if you do the slam on him, he'll come back and he'll pretty much just have a chance to instantly hit you, and you do not want that. It's a no damage run, of course you don't, but still. That was freaky and weird. Something just... Huh, okay. Anyways, yeah, so he eventually starts doing, like, you know, one big slam into a faster slam, and then when it comes to him shooting those lasers, just keep dashing. And if he tries to cut you off with them, just run the other way. Because they usually disappear faster than they seem like they would, which is nice. Thank goodness for that, because... God, man, this boss would have been hell, but realizing actually how easy it is, it's actually surprising, because when you fight him legit, it's relatively simple and straightforward, and I got so lucky right there. I almost got that hit. I was going to probably break my controller in half if that happened. I actually threw it at one point. I don't know how early on it was, but yeah, just... This level sucks. I think this is probably like the last of the worst levels you have to put up with. It's just this and Horror Manor. Those are the only two that I can really say for sure is definitely like the worst in this entire game. And that's out of all like 12 or however many there are just in general. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this, and I'll see you guys in the world boss. So take care, everybody.